Julius Malema was born in Seshego, a township in Limpopo, South Africa. Raised by a single mother who worked as a domestic worker, Malema grew up in difficult conditions, witnessing firsthand the poverty and inequality that plagued black South African families during and after apartheid. From a young age, he was drawn to activism. At just 9 years old, he joined the African National Congress, ANC, Youth League, tasked with removing National Party posters during the apartheid elections. It was the beginning of what would become a life deeply immersed in politics and protests. As he grew older, Malema's fiery spirit and fearless nature became evident. He gained prominence as the president of the ANC Youth League in 2008. His speeches were bold, confrontational, and unapologetic. He spoke directly to the frustrations of the poor black majority who felt sidelined in the new South Africa. He didn't hide his disdain for white monopoly capital, and he openly challenged the ANC leadership, calling for economic transformation and land redistribution without compensation. His radical views, however, caused tension within the ANC. His open criticism of President Jacob Zuma and senior leaders eventually led to his expulsion from the party in 2012. For many, that could have been the end of his political career, but for Malema, it was just the beginning. Determined not to be silenced, he launched his own political party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, in 2013. Clad in red overalls and berets, the party represented a break from traditional politics. The EFF became a voice for the voiceless, advocating for the nationalization of mines, banks, and land, and promising a radical economic shift in favor of the poor and marginalized. Within a year, the EFF shocked the political landscape by securing 25 seats in Parliament. In Parliament, Malema continued his crusade. He confronted corruption with relentless energy. One of the most defining moments of his career came when he and his party challenged then President Jacob Zuma over the Canada scandal. Malema's famous phrase, "Pay back the money," echoed across the country and became a symbol of accountability. He disrupted proceedings, marched, and even got forcibly removed from the National Assembly multiple times. But he never relented. As the years passed, Malema's vision became clearer. To be president of a truly free South Africa, a South Africa where the wealth of the nation was shared, where children and domestic workers could dream of owning land, and where justice was not just a promise, but a reality. He traveled across the country, from rural villages to crowded townships, listening to the cries of the poor. He promised them that their struggles were not in vain. Despite facing heavy criticism, legal battles, and accusations from rivals, Malema stood his ground. He was investigated by the Hawks, charged with corruption, and scrutinized for his personal finances. But he always framed these as attacks meant to silence his fight for justice. Over time, more young people began to rally behind him. Universities erupted in protest calling for free education, and many chanted his name as a symbol of rebellion against the status quo. He inspired a generation tired of promises and eager for change. As national elections drew near, Malema set his sights on the presidency. His campaign was unlike any other. He walked in the streets with ordinary people, ate with them, cried with them, and reminded them that power belongs to the people. His message was one of economic liberation, racial equality, and justice. He challenged the legacy of inequality head-on, refusing to accept that some must always be rich and others poor. Though he faced stiff resistance from older political forces and media skepticism, Malema pushed forward. His journey was not just about politics, but about the soul of a nation still trying to heal from its brutal past. He believed that without economic justice, political freedom meant nothing. Whether he becomes president or not, Julius Malema has already changed the political fabric of South Africa. He exposed the hypocrisy of the powerful, reignited debates about land and wealth, and reminded the nation that true liberation is yet to be achieved. His fight continues, not just in speeches and rallies, but in the hearts of those who still believe in just South Africa.